Actually, you know what? We're going to go on ahead and read all of Matthew 18. Okay? For those of you who don't have a Bible, I'm going to read it to you.
Yeah.
Then Peter came to him and said, Lord, how often shall I forgive my brother who sins against me? Up to 7 times? Jesus said to him, I don't say to you up to 7 times, but up to 70 times 7. Therefore the kingdom of heaven is like a certain king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants. When he had begun to settle accounts, one was brought to him who owed him 10,000 talents. We'll say talents is dollars. But he was not able to pay. His master commanded that he be sold, his wife and children and all that he had, and that payment be made. So the king pretty much said, because you can't pay, I'm going to sell you, I'm going to sell your wife, and I'm going to sell your children. And with the money I get from you guys, then your debt that you owe me will be paid. The servant therefore fell down before him, saying, Master, have patience with me, and I will pay you all. Then the master of that servant was moved with compassion, released him, and forgave him the debt. So the servant falls down to the knees, and he's like, you know, I can't pay this right now, but give me time. Trust me. Have mercy on me. And I promise you, I will pay you. So the king's like, okay, fine. That's fine. We'll go ahead and do that, right? Then the servant went out and found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 denarii, and he laid hands on him and took him by the throat, saying, pay me what you owe. So he leaves his master's house, sees a friend, like as if I was to walk up to one of you guys and say, you know what, you owe me $100. And then I grab you by the neck and I start choking you. That's what just happened. And the fellow servant fell down at his feet and begged him, saying, have patience with me, and I will pay you all. So he did the same thing that this guy did to his master. He says, you know what, I don't have it right now. Give me some time. I promise I'll get it for you. And the servant would not. He went and threw him into the prison so he would pay the debt. So when his fellow servants saw what had been done, they were very grieved and came and told their master all that had been done. So the guy says, you know what, no, I'm sorry. You are going to jail because you owe me $100 and you have not paid me anything. So then these other people, you know, saying a group of friends over there, see what's going on, says, you know what, there's something wrong, there's something not right. So they go to their master and they're pretty much saying, you know what, this is what's happened, this is what just happened. Then his master, after he had called him, said to him, you wicked servant, I forgave you all that debt because you begged me. Should you not also have compassion on your fellow servant, just as I had pity on you? So he's pretty much telling the servant, you came and you told me to trust you, to forgive you, to give you some time to wait a little bit because of what you owe me, and you can't do that to someone else? That's pretty much what this master's saying. And his master was angry and delivered him to the torturers until he should pay all that was due to him. So he sent him to go be tortured until he came up with the money to pay his debt. So, my heavenly Father also will do to you if each of you from his heart does not forgive his brother his trespasses. Pretty deep, huh? Pretty serious stuff, don't you think? So much happened because he couldn't forgive someone else. He went to be tortured until he could pay it. Think about that. The next verse I want you guys to look up with me. Luke 6:37. Let me know when you're there. Okay. And it says, judge not, and you shall not be judged. Condemn not, and you shall not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. What do you think about that? Mm-hmm.
To forgive others.
Okay. No, that's okay. It's pretty serious, pretty straightforward, right? You don't forgive others, you can't be forgiven. Don't judge people. Don't condemn people. Condemning someone's like when you get mad at someone and you're like, excuse my French, damn you. That's condemning someone. And it's saying don't do that. Yes.
Is down a bad word?
It's condemning someone. It's pretty much saying,
dude.
thank you.
So I can't say that? Or
No.
that's
No, bro, it's no cursing someone.
It's not.
like, I mean, like,
It's bad,
shoot,
dude.
like,
You can't say that stuff.
All right, so next verse that I have for you guys is Matthew 6. Matthew chapter 6,
don't worry about it.
verses 14 through 16. Right? For if you forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if you do not forgive men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. So it's pretty much saying the same thing. Mind you, in a different part of the Bible. So already we've read 1, 2, 3 different scriptures that's talking about forgiveness. That if you don't forgive, you will not be forgiven. I have another one for you. Mark 11, verse 25. And this, I think, is a big deal for a lot of us. This is going to be one of the verses that will help you get through with forgiving someone. And whenever you stand praying, if you have anything against anyone, forgive him, that your Father in heaven may also forgive your trespasses. But if you do not forgive, neither will your Father in heaven forgive your trespasses. I have a question for you guys. When you hear the word forgive, what does it mean to you? Mm-hmm.
Like if somebody did harm to you, like you forgive them and you don't put that in your brain, you don't remember it.
You let it go. Yeah.
Let it go?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Question. How, like, what if you forgive someone, but, like, you're, like, I don't know what to say. Like, you're kind of, like, you're, like, scared of that person and, like, you don't trust that person?
Okay, so that. Okay, so that. In Hebrew, forgive is a word salak, and it means to pardon or to spare. Okay. Now, some of you guys are probably thinking to yourselves, you know what? Whatever this person did to me is too much. I can't forgive them. If it means I have to go to hell because I can't forgive them, then so be it. Because what they did was so wrong. But I want to give you a little bit background on me. Something that'll make it easier for you, hopefully. Something that will show you it can be done. This is my testimony. I'm an only child between my mother and my father. They were never married. My mother met another man, and they were together for many years, practically my whole life. And we lived with his parents. And when I was 3 years old, his mom's boyfriend began to molest me. And this happened until I was in the first grade. To where, to me, it was normal. It was something that